Time to prepare for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Spandam without using units from the new batch. First mini-boss will be Int Fukuro. Super easily we are going to use the new super evolution of Wayno Law or V3 Law as double captain. Using him only as friend captain will work, by the way, in case you miss him and you can replace with another captain that boosts the units in the team. Not Jinbe though, we need him as a crewmate for him to resist the special bind and remove it alongside paralysis from everyone else. This is Treasure Map Jinbe, by the way, and alongside Law they deal with everything on the stage. These are the only two units you need. You don't need level limit break on Law either. He will deal with the slots, provide damage, and deal with resilience because his end of turn damage will be applied, and then Jinbe will deal with paralysis and special bind. For the rest of the spots, you can use whatever units you don't need in your other teams that either have color advantage, can provide damage, or essentially anything else you please. This team's multiplier with double Law will be around 4.16 times. The second mini-boss is going to be Q Ikaros, and for this strategy we are going to use Super Tandem Luffy as friend captain, so Memories of the Straw Hats Luffy, in order to play around Fear and gain access to his super special because of the Straw Hats present in the crew. That way we can get our specials back by playing around Fear and not actually having a unit that with its Sailor ability can resist the special rewind and then providing everyone with their special back. Luffy will do it from his super special, so you need access to it, and he can also manipulate block slots and help us with damage. Halloween Treasure Map Legend Koala would be perfect as captain here, but I am going to use her in the final boss, so if you can't find Luffy as friend captain, you can use a non-boosted unit perhaps that can do the same thing as Koala, so resist special rewind from the captain ability, like for example 10th Anniversary Ace, or you can use another strategy. The second most important piece of our strategy next to Luffy is Carrot Wanda, and that is because this team won't be dealing with damage reduction. Carrot Wanda's special can ignore damage reduction, so their attack will go through at 100% without reducing the damage, and will do a lot of damage because everyone in this team is focused around the strategy of giving Luffy super special access, so Robin, Nami and Usopp, and increasing our damage at the same time as much as possible for Carrot Wanda's one attack to do tons of damage and one-shot the enemy. Since our friend captain will be Luffy, we can get the conditional attack boost from Nami and the chain boost from Usopp as well to increase our damage even further, and of course from Crocodile we are going to get chain boundaries, and from Robin a color affinity boost, while also getting an ore boost and an attack boost from our two captains. With Luffy as our friend captain, this team's multiplier will be around 3.56 times. Mini-boss number 3 will be Sasaki, and he will have two different colors, Sai and Q. Our friend captain here will be Memories of the Straw Hats Nami, a very important friend captain, to provide us with the full board of tandem slots to deal with the barrier, help us completely remove paralysis because of her captain ability, and also help us deal with special bind completely because our captains will evade it alongside our own captain, Nami and Carrot. Both of our captains can actually also deal with hunger if just simply limit broken, since they both have the limit break ability and only 2 turns of hunger will be present, and then Nami and Carrot will also help us completely remove the bind from our bottom row units. Essentially everyone else here on the team is either here to provide our friend captain Nami with super type access, so Luffy and Sanji, and the other two units are simply here to increase our damage. You can use whatever units you believe help you best. And the final couple important notes here. First of all, you can enter on Carrot from Nami Carrot, so you can super swap to Nami in the final stage and have a unit that has color advantage over the Sai part of Sasaki's HP bar, because we have more than one dex units as you can see, and then you need to activate Carrot Wanda before you activate the special of your friend captain Nami, so you get the tandem slots and then not manipulate them again. Have that in mind. You want the tandem slots to break the barrier and then easily defeat Sasaki. But with this team, the multiplier will be around 4.16 times. The next mini-boss is Senor Pink, and here we are going to use the same strategy, but you can change your friend captain depending on who you can find. You can either use Memories of the Straw Hats Robin here, or Treasure Map Legend Bone Clay. Both of these units are able to help us get either a chain lock from Bone Clay or chain boundaries from Robin without activating the interruption, and of course at the same time bypassing the chain debuff. And in case you are thinking, Sai free-to-play Sanji can also provide chain boundaries. Well yes, but from his special, meaning the interruption will apply, and we do not want that, so make certain to activate the super type of your friend captain before activating Sanji's special. In case you are using Robin as your friend captain, she can also help you by removing burn completely with her captain ability, but in case you're using Bone Clay, we have maximum level limit break Treasure Map Nami here that will help us completely remove the burn either way and also provide us with a damage reduction shield. On top of that, I have limited rare recruit Carrot support attached on here to remove one extra turn of damage reduction, so alongside Frankie's 5, if his maximum level limit break, we can completely deal with it. You don't necessarily have to use this Carrot if you don't have her. Sai Viola would also work, and she was available a couple of months back alongside Corazon from the Medal Exchange, hopefully you picked her up, or any other support or way to help you deal with one extra turn of damage reduction will suffice. Now, Sanji also needs to be maximum level limit break, generally all of our subs need to, and he will remove 2 turns of damage nullification. You also need his double special activation, and then Blackbeard can also remove 1 turn of damage nullification. Because he doesn't properly get special cooldown reduction in the quest though, stall a bit in the first couple of stages to guaranteed get his special. If you are using Robin as a friend captain, she can help you with that as well, so Blackbeard is not that important, but with Bone Clay he is necessary. Luffy unlocks the maximum specials of both Frankie and Sanji, that's why he's in the crew, and he can also increase the damage coming from our side units. The after defeat damage will be 200,000 as we can see. If the 70% damage reduction from Nami is not enough, you can consider using HP boosting supports on the rest of your units alongside the damage reduction one, and perhaps even a different ship that can help you with your HP more, like the Grand Tesoro or the Megalo that can also reduce the incoming damage. This team with Bone Clay as friend captain has a multiplier of around 3.56 times, but with Memories of the Straw Hats Robin it will obviously be more. For the main boss, Spandam, he is going to be Cube, and we are going to use Halloween Legend Koala as captain, and the friend captain will be Treasure Map Legend Nami and Karina. Because Karina is the Q one and gets special cooldown reduction, we probably want to enter the quest on Karina, super swap in stage 2 to Nami, and then swap back to Karina in stage 3 and activate her special. Now, in stage 2, other than the super swap, we want to activate Arlong first, who will resist the stun and then reduce our HP, removing it from everyone else as well. Then we want to activate Mihawk to remove the 6 turns of damage reduction and get an ore boost, and then Hina to provide us with a base attack boost and an attack boost, because we do have an ore boost, not for all of our units, but it can help with damage, and she will most importantly deal with attack down. If you miss her, you can use another unit to deal with the attack down if you have them available. For example, you can use Nami and Karina yourself if you do have them, so use them twice as a friend captain and then as a crewmate that can deal with attack down and then will help with threshold as a friend captain in the final stage. Going to that stage, first we see that we have paralysis slots, and Treasure Map Legend Luffy will be the one dealing with them, so by activating him all of the paralysis slots will be matching and rainbow because of Luffy. He will also increase our damage a bit, and because we have Treasure Map Hyogoro support on him, when he activates, Hyogoro will reduce 2 turns of threshold, which is actually key, so alongside Nami and Karina's 6 turns of reduction on threshold, we can completely remove the entirety of it, all of the 8 turns. Hyogoro is important, so if you don't have him, I am not certain if he is replaceable by another support. If you do have another threshold reducing support by 2 or more turns, of course you can use that. If you don't, you might need to adjust the team and use the new Treasure Map Legend Frankie as friend captain, or simply another strategy. That's how mine deals with threshold though. Koala as captain, from her captain ability, will be able to completely resist special reverse on everyone. We can freely activate our specials. We don't get access to her super type, which is fine, but we can activate her special for a color affinity boost on our dex units. That will help a lot too. And from Karina's special, not only we can deal with threshold alongside Hyogoro, we can also get an ore boost that will help with our overall damage output. And finally, Arlong, if I am understanding his special correctly, will be able to provide us with the chain boost that is not interruptible and will help with the chain debuff, but we're not going to activate his special here, of course. We are still going to activate him in stage 2. If he doesn't provide a chain boost, you can have a chain boosting support or something to help with the chain debuff, but overall it's not that high, which is good. Just focus on hitting your perfects to increase the chain as much as possible, ending on your dex units. This team's multiplier will be around 5.26 times. Versus the Intrusion Battle, we are going to use Bone Clay as captain, and then our friend captain will be Carrot and Wanda, entering on Carrot, most likely, so we can super swap to Wanda in the final stage. For our other dual unit, Nami and Carrot, we are going to enter on Nami to swap, or super swap rather, to Carrot in stage 2, but if the enemy is Sai for some reason, you can also enter on Carrot. In stage 2, we want to activate Nami and Carrot after super swapping them, so they will deal with the block or unfavorable slots, making them matching, and the burn, removing it completely, also boosting our damage. Then we want to activate Treasure Map Legend Hina to deal with defense up. And have something in mind, we can't use Pirating Adventures Arlong to reduce the enemy's defense, simply because they have immunity, so we need someone to remove defense up, not reduce defense. In case you don't have Hina, use someone else to do exactly that. Hina is great of course because she can also help us with damage. And have something in mind here, have both Hina and Nami Carrot, the 2 units that we want to use their specials in stage 2, in the bottom row, because the bottom row units will be blown away in the preemptive of stage 3, meaning we won't be able to use their specials, so make sure these are the units in your bottom row. In the final stage, Treasure Map Jinbe is very important because he can resist and remove Special Bind completely, and then also remove Paralysis. He will actually also provide a color affinity boost, only to Strength, Psi and Int units though, and we want to activate Bone Clay after, for the full board of matching slots, the base attack boost and the chain lock coming from his super type, but we will also turn him into a strength unit to gain Jinbe's color affinity boost and also have color advantage over the first part of Arlong's HP bar, the dex one. Also make certain Bone Clay has one of the correct classes to gain the attack boost and the ore boost from Carrot Wanda, and they can provide those of course, the attack boost from the super swap when we super swap to Wanda, and then the ore boost from their special. And they can also gain the effect to ignore the enemy's damage reduction completely, so they can do maximum damage when we end our attacking chain on them. To do more damage through the damage reduction, since we cannot remove it because of the interruption, we also have Arlong and we want to activate his special too. The multiplier for this team will be around 4.51 times. And these are all of my teams and strategies for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Spandam. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments down below, and as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.